Good morning, world. Good morning, world. Ooh, the sun is warm today. And today, on personal lifestyle determinants of health, we are talking about exercise mindfulness. I could talk all day about exercising, but I had to create a script for this one because I have always been an athlete, believe it or not. So, because of boarding school, everyone had to have exercises done. But my challenge was I focused on intensity and not consistency. And with wisdom of the ages, I realized I used to fall off the wagon, the workout wagon, because I would focus on doing the exercises, whether it was jogging, working out intensely, and then my body would hurt 2, 3 days, and then I would do it again, and I would hurt another 3 more days. And then I found out that it became a chore, and because I was hurting, I stopped enjoying it, and eventually I would just fall off the wagon, and then I would do. I wouldn't do it for 3 months. 3 months goes into 6 months. Before you know it, a year has gone by, and I haven't really exercised. And then guilt sets in because I know exercising is very important to one's health. So, of course, with age comes wisdom. I realized that I need to find a way of exercising. I knew my body and I knew myself. I don't like gyms because I don't like indoors, and I'll explain later why. But I started focusing on being consistent, you know. If I can go out, and by work by consistency, I don't mean, you do it the same number of days per week, the regiment, you do it the same time for the same duration, and you do it the same way, and you're counting, your exercise. No, I just mean consistency is do something 3, 4 times a week. My average is 3 times a week. If I can get to it 3 times a week, I definitely do 2 times a week. And what would happen is, uh, so I started focusing on consistency as opposed to uh, intensity. And then, of course, with intensity comes injuries. So, you know, because I was a jogger, because I used to do cross country in high school, I was a jogger. I realized it shattered my knees when I got older. But also, I had seriously sprained an ankle in high school playing netball. It's like something like basketball, except you've got 7 players as opposed to 5 players. Netball, that injury came back when I got older. Then I used to do sit ups, and I was doing sit ups the wrong way. We didn't have trainers those days. And yeah, that injury showed up actually when I got pregnant with my daughter. And I was like, oh, where is this coming from? And I realized I had injured my back during sit ups. And I would do, all sorts of things. But the jogging, oh my goodness, I would jog. And those of you who are joggers, there is a place I call the zone. Because when you start jogging, your chest burns. You can't breathe. You're out of breath. You're belabored, trying to breathe. And then you keep doing it. And then it's like all of a sudden, something just unplugs in your chest. And it's like your lungs are like a well oiled machine. And you are breathing, it's easy. And oh boy, you can jog, you can run the whole day because you can breathe. and I would just feel my legs flying on the pavement. My mistake was I never paid attention that I was wearing the right sneakers. Were they sneakers for walking, for jogging, were they well cushioned? As long as they were sneakers, slap them on and I'm out. But being in the zone where your lungs are in optimum performance and you can breathe so well was the high that I used to seek with jogging. Until, of course, one day I woke up and my knees were like, oh no. And I was like, okay, I can't do that anymore. With consistency also is I have taught myself to be flexible and vary, my exercise. Right now, like usually in the winter, all I can do is walk. I do like getting on my uh, elliptical glider rather than my treadmill because I found out with my elliptical glider, it's a full body workout. So I do that in the summer and I do a little floor exercises. I do a little bit of weights, you know, and I try to do that consistently. But I'm flexible with myself. No more guilt trips that I didn't get to it. So that's another thing you have to think about. I do endurance, like, I allow my body to feel satisfied with the exercise that I would have done, not to feel overwhelmed or hurt, like you are hurting so much because you work out. No, that's not what I do. So, exercise habits is you have to identify your challenge and then try to find mindful ways of addressing it so that you can maintain your consistency. For me, that was the challenge. Focusing on intensity, not consistency. Now I focus on consistency and not intensity. And you want to make sure that um, you are aware of what your body can do. I mean, getting older is inevitable, but you want to know at whatever age you are at, what is the best exercise for you today without ending up injuring yourself? That's another thing that's very important because once you are injured, yes, the older you get, those injuries show up and you've got nothing to do but, you know, start dealing and focusing with that, downturn. So make sure that you know yourself. Make sure you know yourself, your body, you know. I don't like indoor exercise. Like I mentioned, I don't do gyms. First of all, I don't like to pay to go to a gym. Second of all, before COVID, there was always so many people. So, and I don't like touching, you know, equipment. And some people just don't have the etiquette or the courtesy of following the gym rules, clean after yourself. They just leave their sweat all over. But the other thing is, I'm not, an indoor exercising person. I know that now. I never knew why. But after thinking about it, I realized that I like outdoors because I always played outside. I always exercised outside in my youth. And that comes with a history, of where my mind is oriented to enjoy working out. So I do outdoor exercises. But I've also calibrated, the type of exercises. I can't jog anymore. I cannot, even if I tried, I couldn't do it. So I walk and I enjoy walking, and I've found that it gives me the same kind of lung exercise that I need because, I grew up with severe bronchitis and I need something that give me that cardio feeling. And walking does that for me, and elliptical glider does that for me. If I'm doing the stretches, the exercise, the weights, that's that's okay. It just allows me to, work on some muscles that I might not, exercise. But, you know, I need full body exercises. So that was my little spiel on exercise habits, because um, we all have our reasons and our issues. And one of the things that I always encourage people is debunk all these guru narratives and just do what works for you. What works for you is likely going to make you succeed in your quest to exercise consistently. So, if nobody told you they love you today, I do. Ciao, ciao.